Hey everyone, it's Rose Crystal, and I'm back with another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We are doing part 2 of the class trial, and we left off when the shower room was out of order, and we're trying to figure out how did the killer move the body. So without any further ado, let's begin.
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body!
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious?
Oh!
Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Okay.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
Oh, shoot.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
No, it doesn't.
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer? Yeah, seems like it. See, I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru, because Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her! Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, pig barf! I hope you get a hangnail and die!
Well, so much for being emotional.
I'm sorry for being pig barf!
More importantly, Fuyuhiko's behavior earlier is definitely strange. Getting so worked because of Hyoko being suspicious? Could it be? Does he actually have something else in mind?
Hey, Hyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap!
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier?
Oh, that's right. She never talked to me at all. Man, what a surprise Nick 50 asked me such an easy question.
Damn it! So that was a lie?
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox. A letter? Yeah, this one.
Oh, shoot. I was going to tell you in person, so I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. Now we discussed earlier, it's okay if we change the place. I want to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same at 2 p.m. Seems like somebody wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It'd be bad if they start expecting us for no reason. Mahiru Kaizumi.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
The letter to Hyoko doesn't clearly contradict the other evidence. That contradicts what the letter Mahiru had. Because of the place and
I
time.
can prove it with this! This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
Now we discussed earlier, so maybe change the place and the time. I wanted to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
Now we discussed earlier, so maybe change the place. I wanted to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same at 2 p.m.
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it. But for both letters to say the same thing?
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's safe to say letters forged by the killer, but which letter did the killer forge? Both.
I see!
Because the beach house.
The killer must have forged both letters. The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters, confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too!
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. The killer forged both of those letters!
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer! How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep! Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
Was it chloroform?
Medicine? That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet, and when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
So during the time when she was asleep, the killer made her move and killed her.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic!
It's all being clear now.
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but... The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
That actually makes a lot of sense when you clear it out like this.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer. That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer! Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you. You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
As much as I hate to agree with him, I actually think he's right.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying!
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hiyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want.
Oh my god.
What? He's sleeping!
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
Better truth. That may be true, but Even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Even if what lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. Because unless we reveal among us who Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we'll survive.
Well now.
Once class trials reach its climax, I'd like to present the answer right here, right now. You're gonna spoil who the killer is? If I reveal the answer, everyone's ready. They'll all be shocked. They'll all feel despair. You can't, seriously, a big no-no! But spoiling right now is initiative, don't you think? The club president are powerless against animation. Who's the club president? So, without further ado, the answer is... you can't or people right to cover your ears!
Correct! You say Nanu in German when you're surprised!
And you say Nani in Japanese. I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong to me.
And my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that. Oh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly!
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hiyoko, now what?
Alright, like she said, I'm gonna save right here, but I'm not ending the episode because I don't want to. And there we go.
If the killer was luring Hiyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there? Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't. Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hiyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hiyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there!
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
I want to play a new game, is that what you're thinking? I've sort of the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answers to several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. During Logic Dive, you control a version of yourself created from images in your brain. The task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the synapse course. You'll move sides in the mouse and accelerate with the control key. Press the right mouse button to brake and the left mouse button to jump. There will be various obstacles you encounter as you progress up the course, so make sure you're familiar with these controls so you can reach the goal. Hold on. So I'll just, on your journey, I'll take damage every time you fall into the gap from the walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, you grant you questions during the course. If you spend different paths, so please proceed down the path and answer you think is correct. Grant your questions will appear several times in one course, so please be careful. I highly recommend a good use of the break, because I know it's an advice to you. Once you escape key during the logic dive, you can review the controls. And good luck and have fun! She's right, it's gonna be a very important problem. The killer can't really programs after Hiyoko ran from the beach house. When did the killer arrive in the park from the beach house? Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm going to do it. Alright, I'm going to quickly figure out what the controls are. Because I did not take a look at it. Stuff, hold on. Accelerate, control key, brake right mouse button, jump left mouse button, and open help escape. So it's not difficult. Okay, so I just moved with the mouse, which is going to make things a little harder since I'm used to playing this on a controller. Hey, we all gotta try new things, right? When did the killer arrive at the beach house? Think before Hiyoko arrived. And it's gotta be because she wouldn't have been able to be put to sleep if they didn't arrive beforehand. Question 2. Killer leave the beach house. After, obviously, because there's no way they do anything to benefit framing Hiyoko if they left beforehand. Shoot! Oh, shoot, okay, hiding when Hiyoko is unconscious, the beach house themselves. Itself, I'm sorry. I think the beach house is a person. It's not.
It's all coming together! Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
Oh, what are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
I really don't want that to happen to me. I need that answer by any means. The place the killer's hiding, the place Hiyoko hasn't looked is...
Here! The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
The killer made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance. I can only think of one place. The right. That's right. The place the killer was hiding inside the closet was... right here. Wait, am I sure the killer was hiding?
Crap!
Oh, what? Right here.
Here! What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case? But the shelf it was on. It was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. 'Cause we haven't been on this island that long. So the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think. Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yep.
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. Alright, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya!
But that doesn't make sense.
Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
Just answer him.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez! You're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, It's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine! You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
That's very true.
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Now then, I shall explain to you the final feature in the non-stop debates. From this point forward, you may now be able to see the truth flashback. If you hold down left mouse button, the shape of the reticle will change. If you aim it at remark's weak spot and keep that in the position, you'll be able to memorize it. It's memorized based on the fired once, it's a single truth bullet. If you choose to change to a different truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. You don't seem to have the answer to a lie or mistake in your available truth bullets. Many people always memorize a different each spot and use that to make your case. Mine is the best handed flashback, but you can use your Mr. Keen wits, won't you? Either way, I'm not going to agree with anyone knowing using the truth flashback. Please remember there's only effect memory for using points. Well, good luck and have fun!
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower. Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
That could be possible.
If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet!
I'd assume that comes.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Then again, we have to talk about
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
I use that person's opinion, I might be able to break through the contradiction.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
Shoot!
They didn't have to use the shower. What about... Maybe they wore one when... If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and...
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other... Perhaps someone other than the killer...
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
Okay, we gotta go back to Fuyuhiko's statement.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply...
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
Nope!
No, that's wrong!
There are other ways to remove blood from your body.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Something on the shower that's used to wash the blood. Possible it was the drinks inside the refrigerator.
I see!
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Okay, that gave me a... I swear, he was gonna give me a heart attack.
That's impossible.
I'm not joking, I literally just jumped back.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand.
I might not even make it to V3 if they're gonna keep jump scaring me like this. Hold on.
But there's
Okay, there
no
we go.
possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
Alright, alright.
It's true there were drinks
Oh, jeez. Okay, that
in
was...
the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Okay.
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator. There were only flavored drinks. If you use those to wash blood off, the blood won't come off and your body will get sticky. It will leave an aromatic smell, too. Especially if you used a lot. That alone would raise suspicion.
Could it be the first allegation was intended to lead to this outcome? Which evidence is against her argument now?
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the
Nope.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Because they were all in that trash can.
There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
Well, that's the only reason they could be gone, Peko.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, that person would be... No!
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Oh! Dude, no! Why her?
See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Oh my god.
Let me ask, who might that be?
The killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them. That killer. Mahiru's killer. Must be that person.
You're the only one!
Oh!
Peko. Is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Because she was covered in water. Hajime and Kazumichi, why are you two here? Aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body, but there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something!
Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
But you just said you didn't see anyone on your way back to the cottage.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. All of it's a tick. Yeah, okay, so this... Okay, so sure was there. And if I'm sitting up here, you guys will be able to see. Gosh dang it. Down. Just a coincidence I passed by the diner. I I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
Well, that's very true.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked! And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
Killer's escape route. I might know what it was. In fact, I wasn't gonna think of it as that opening. It's the small window in the shower room.
I see! If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it!
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside!
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window!
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object. I see! You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Peko was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
Yeah, I know what that special place is because I have one.
No! Please don't be violent!
Even the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I think of is the killer must have hid it somewhere. If that's the case, focus and think. The object the killer used to escape out the window. What killer used to escape out the window in the shower room? It's both right clicks. I don't remember that. Shoot. Keep doing that, gosh dang it. It's right click and then left click. I want to send it to the board. There we go. Keep hitting the click. Gosh, dang it. I'm just gonna blow it up in general. Shoot! Come on! The mouse is acting all weird. Now at all times? Wait, no, I don't need this. I go.
I got it!
Wish didn't have to lose so much health, but I was already holding the ladder.
Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too.
Yep, she had it with her.
Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily!
Well, that's, for once, Akane's interpretations were true.
Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Now, the time's come once again for the panic talk action. Let's talk about fever time and mega time. At this point, I'm able to use fever time pressing the space key during PTA. If fever time is accurate, then will be pushed to its max. That's not all. You won't miss during fever time either. Pressing left mouse when applicable, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault. Only until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best use of your time. Of course, you're not the only one to get the upper hands. There's something called mega time that your opponent can use too. If your opponent activates mega time, the kill mark will disappear, making it quite difficult when using the gun. Like his timer, not only your eyes, but your ears and your passionate heart. If you can't clear it all, you change the difficult setting. I'm not gonna tell us if you do the entire class trial for the chapter may do that. Yeah, we're not doing that. Well then good luck and have fun with this.
Hold on a sec, you bastard!
Because it takes it forever to record these trials.
You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you... Alright.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
No.
Don't fuck with me!
Now listen to me.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
No,
This is the end! If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword back.
That's
When
very
she
true.
leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. Oh, you just back off!
Is it true? Did you really kill Maki?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
No!
Huh?
Stop
I said
it!
it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
she admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko's not arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
Yeah, we gotta cover that too.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Huh?
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world. I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that!
It's fine, just stop it!
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
Fuyuhiko?
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
Could she be?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice! Now then, let's execute justice!
What? What the fuck?
Peko, what are you doing?
He's finally snapped.
I am sparkling justice in the name of sparkling, shining justice. I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this? Chill!
Peko finally snapped!
Everyone, please be careful! Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but... huh?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask!
This mask is the dividing line, just like various idols. The sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy!
What the heck is this? Peko is the killer? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events!
And he's asleep again.
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping! Take a look! It's a killer!
This again?
Huh? Sleep talking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
Because she was Girl D and she was protecting Girl E.
To protect justice, of course.
Or that.
In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword and executed justice.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
She is crazy.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
End it? He's right. We need to end this already. The killer, in the end, there's no mistake, it was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Nope. I'm really running out of health, so I really gotta not screw this up. Oh, shoot, no. There's another one.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hiyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome murder case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hiyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan by preparing a specific item. They planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hiyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hiyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately.
When she came in?
Hiyoko totally trusted that letter. Showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said. And was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up.
Then she saw that.
I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house.
Left her footprints behind.
Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route.
Which was very clever.
The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used
their sword.
The bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse.
And that person
So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Yama?
I see. And what of it? She's like, totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch!
There's no way you can kill me.
What?
Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you. you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it! I don't get it at all!
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on in order to keep justice. To keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
We're not gonna do that.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice! If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice! Hurry, and carry on justice!
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices?
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore! Let's vote already and execute her!
However, before we do that...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Of course he's awake when the vote is mentioned.
He finally woke up!
I've heard your story! Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Wait, Sonia was saying something earlier.
Pardon me,
Oh,
can we
there
please
she
have a little
is.
more time? Pardon me. Can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Peko is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast!
Exactly.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Peko, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me! Sparkling Justice!
What the heck was that? Is that a Sparkling Justice catchphrase? Unknown serial killer has a catchphrase? I read in a magazine in the library, and then one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in a native language, so I tried translating it. I see, so that's what it was. I think I got the difference between Circle and Peko. And that is our nationality.
I see! That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had to translate it, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish.
Well, considering I'm taking Spanish courses, I would not be able to translate that for you. I'm not that good.
So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?!
All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about a serial killer, genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both killers that from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so...
Peko, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
I would love to, but I'm not willing.
Will you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary, and even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it.
About what?
My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
A tool?
Uh-huh? Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was!
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
What are you going on about now?
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Huyuhiko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
Proof that there was one person seen in a crime? The body discovery announcement.
I see!
It wouldn't have gone off if there's only 2 people.
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
That also doesn't involve the killer.
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
So what about this time? Is it proof including the killer or not? Jeez, fine. You want me to say it doesn't include the killer this time, okay? Hold on.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us 1 person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house!
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Huh?
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
Wait, are you talking about him?
You're the only one!
That's why he was protecting her earlier.
Is it Fuyuhiko?
He was.
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
No, the events that occur in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. Overall includes for that too. As, the crime scene photo, right? What's wrong with that? Isn't the mercy collection a what misunderstanding? No. Oh, I didn't lose any health, so there's overall proof for that too. Here.
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first received the ending prize.
Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside? Shut up! It makes me think you have any right to question me.
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so,
You wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted!
That's why I told you. We're all too late.
We voted incorrectly?
As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Crap.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
No!
Young master?
That is the truth of this case.
Shoot, we're not gonna continue this.
I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
Yeah.
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Peko be a tool in the first place? Peko is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
Oh my god, no! Oh, we're done for, no.
I'm in a bind. And what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Seriously, they're gonna do that. Okay, we're back. Although there are twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiru Koizumi is... Hold on a sec. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh wait, so sorry. I'm just hesitating.
Hey!
There's no need to hesitate about how you look at it. Peko's the killer. Why?
Hey!
Why? Look, obvious you're not a tool. You're a freaking human being.
Well,
If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you're wrong.
you just don't know.
Because you don't know. You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself only exist to be tools?
Hey,
What does that she mean, Fuyuhiko? Peko and I grew up together. Are you two childhood friends then?
No.
It's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in.
I am nothing but a tool.
They gave me a reason to exist. I have to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? It means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me. Shoot.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword.
Because, again, she's just property to him.
That is my only reason for living.
Or at least that's how she thinks of herself.
Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost.
And they grew up together too.
Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
But that is, you are wrong. You are not a tool, Peko. Because if you are a tool, then what was all the time we spent together?
Nothing.
I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend!
mind.
That is why you're hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as though that started the moment we arrived on this island. Before that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool. And the one who tried to kill Mahiro, it wasn't you. It was... Fuyuhiko?
Damn it.
It is what it is. When I thought I beat that game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it!
I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Don't fuck with me!
And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead?
You...
Tried to confirm with Mahiro, and that's why I wanted to talk to her.
So...
Yeah, I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond, but she never replied back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too.
But...
I'm pretty sure Mahiro was confused. I mean, we all were. We weren't even playing that game, I didn't even know this incident had even happened. That's why if we even told we were connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiro spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something like about this.
Aww.
So I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone.
Oh my
Am I not
my!
gonna go, Mahiro? No, talk about it there, it'd be totally fine. It's pretty important, so you know it'd be troubling to involve the others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I want someone to think about it with me.
But...
If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That does sound serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hiyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too. But it was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you can make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiro into a trap, right?
Hey.
Calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hiyoko.
What the?
Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye. That's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here,
Damn it!
I have no choice but to kill that person on sister's behalf, right?
And so...
My young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use the bat as a murder weapon because in that game, that's what was used to kill Girl E. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, there's nothing that I could do to avenge my sister.
That is...
So that's why you killed Mahiro with the bat?
Yeah.
But still, I believed up to the very last minute that game was just a work of fiction. But even so... Person...
Hey.
That game is actually real? Are you the one who killed Girl E?
Why you...
Hey, I don't want to hear about that.
But...
The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but...
Why?
You shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about me? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
What are you saying?
You had no right to do that. Nobody has the right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge. It's just wrong.
Jeez.
Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiro, I was still trying to find an excuse not to go through with the plan.
Yeah.
But after she said that to me, that all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the metal bat that I hid under the bench. But at that moment, young master called for me and made me kill Mahiro.
Huh?
Oh.
Young master, I am finished.
What?
Are you saying you killed because you were ordered to? A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I don't get this at all.
Of course!
Well, of course you don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
You're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes,
Okie
indeed!
dokie, I'll be quiet. After just my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. I also considered the possibility of being found out. Sorry to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be!
You were insisting that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes. So we fell for it. We fell for a trick all along. That's right, you guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer.
That's obviously
Well,
wrong!
not like our loss has been decided just yet.
No.
It should be decided already, isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is troubling!
I'll admit, all this talk about Peko being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach him from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Hold on, I'm telling you to hold on!
I see.
So Peko, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so you can protect him.
Great!
You'd only go that far because it's your one and only hope.
Wrong.
I have no hope, I am just a tool. Well, even if he asked, I just played dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm gonna ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
Is Peko just a tool to you? Using that tool? Surviving by sacrificing Peko and the rest of us? Is that your hope?
What?
Hold on.
What's the use of asking like that?
What?
You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Peko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will? Oh, shoot.
Hey,
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf. The fact that she lied to us for acting like the killer. Are all those things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth?
Huh?
Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
I know you hate her guts, but if you listen to Peko, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
young master.
You just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders, you just have to tell them that. Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but in this kind of situation, interacting with others would just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Byakuya and Teruteru, are proof of that. So it has to be frustrating held by a faction when it's my time to kill. So you're still saying that? Of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that way, right? You're not that kind of person. Because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right?
Young Master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Just please tell him the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I am a tool. Fuyuhiko's considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way you'll still lose Peko, but
Hey.
if you insist you're the killer, just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Peko and fight alongside us against despair? Which won't be your hopeless tear, you have to say.
Damn it!
Young Master, I am finished.
You? What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now.
Oh, this is so heartbreaking, I swear.
You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young Master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, the tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon, after you leave. I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body.
Oh wait, how did he get inside though? Did he get inside before? Mahiru and Hiyoko moved the body? No. Mahiru was killed, so I assume he only got in because of the roadside door. Okay, never mind.
Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape!
I'm sorry, but that's not gonna happen. So how about it, Fuyuhiko, please? Tell me the truth.
Sorry.
Sorry, Peko. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young Master!
I'm a disgrace.
Because if that's what I'd actually what I'd have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. Man, I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself.
Peko.
And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you? I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan.
Young master!
Oh my, so this is how it turned out.
Too bad!
And here I let me more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Because everything happened thanks to our meddlesome actions.
Why you?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
Jeez.
Well, it's obvious now, that's why I have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh?
Yeah!
Man, if it was an act of desperation, Peko's claim is surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try and influence the outcome of the trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Peko, the tool of the heart, is the killer.
Sorry.
Peko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request. Even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive. But I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young master!
You have a kind heart despite being a yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. Were you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself, I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. And together since we were children, even a tool would understand that.
What?
Then, why?
Even so, I wanted you to escape.
I wanted to protect you.
Peko.
I am terribly sorry.
I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master.
Bye.
And I'm sorry for what I've done by you all too. It may be a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Of course. Peko! That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool!
Will you be able to maintain that composure to the very end? People act as proud as you, I shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin!
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So...
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
Well, Peko Yama used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep? I don't need any tools. You did say that. Then let's begin. The punishment time brimming with despair.
Jeez.
Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
This time, the ultimate swordswoman Peko Yama.
Why?
You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
I prepared a special punishment for you.
I
never needed a sword or a shield.
I never needed a tool. So... You didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Peko. Don't go! I need you! Don't leave me!
This game. Why?
Young Master?
Young master!
Yeah, he actually broke down. No. That's why I hate class trials, dude. Especially the first two. They're really freaking emotional. Ah, shoot. Oh wait, he's in there! No! How do you get in there? Oh, they are not gonna kill them both off, are they? And it's a voodoo doll too, I just noticed that. Oh my god. No! Him! No! No! Do not go near her! Do not go near her! That is... She's not in control! She accidentally hit him! He took out his eye! Oh, dude! They're actually killing them both off! This can't be! Even Fuyuhiko! This is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily, falling like dominoes. You person, what is this? This can't be. It's still live, right? Peko! Fuyuhiko!
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake, it's just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why you should have discussed it with me.
Damn it.
You're supposed to be clashing too close with this crutch and something so unflattable.
Oh.
You're still talking about that? How long are you pissed 2 of your friends got killed?
Such
I'm
despair.
pissed, I'm feeling sad and hopeless. But still,
Isn't that
it's
right?
going to be alright. Despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to the bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. This is the unmistakable truth. Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him. I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
I should make a declaration which will definitely destroy you. Hopes of all the ultimate hero will completely, utterly destroy you. They want to be stranded, caught, and left when we're done with you. That's your future. How much longer you plan to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know? Not yet. He's still alive!
What?
Everyone!
Fuyuhiko is still alive!
You serious?
Are you serious? Fuyuhiko! Frantically rushed out of Fuyuhiko's side. Oh shoot! He is still alive!
He's still breathing.
Not for very long though. Look at those moves.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying, but his blood, he won't stop bleeding out. His pulse is getting weaker.
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Oh jeez. Well, serves him right.
You're so stupid!
Were you feel this hope about the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that.
You stupid brother!
Why are you so laid back about you need to hurry up and save him?
I don't believe
A
it!
surprise order?
What the
Why
heck?
is my precious calories to save some yakuza scum?
That's wrong!
It's your duty to save him. Duty?
Hey!
As it's written in the school trip rules. Oh shoot, that's right! Because they alone will die. If only the Blackened gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But since my magic trick is taken away, I'm practically powerless.
Hey!
But you should be able to do it. Because I have no choice.
Fine.
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if it's me.
So,
I'll save him. Really? I was
like...
actually gonna do that all along, so I'm already prepared for this. Prepared? Why? And gradually grew closer and closer.
An ambulance?
How'd that get in here?
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood!
Dr. Killgood? You've already killed your patient!
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat!
At his wounds, he won't even last 24 hours.
So, I'll see you later!
And after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight. Is it really gonna be okay to leave us the Monokuma?
Damn it.
It can't be helped like there's any other way.
Perhaps.
It's gonna be fine, so let him get better and come back to us again. You're right, he's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing can happen. All we can do is wait. Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know?
However,
We must put that aside since Peko has already been punished. Or else we will not be able to advance forward.
Fall, my tears.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
damn
it!
I guess things aren't exciting if it's crap sort of like him around. I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. For the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I didn't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so the class trial ended, but we still can't see the real ending that we really wanted yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were in a boat, floating unreliably in a vast dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Fair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that. And now there's 15 days left. What? Hold on.
You guys can see it, right? You can see this countdown too?
Wait, who is she talking about?
4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair?
What are you talking about?
But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well.
What?
What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair.
Well, that's very bad.
And the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
So the tragedy is still going on by this point?
That cannot be allowed! We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
Aw, shoot. And that is the end of Chapter 2. So much information was dropped all at once just in that final scene. Is Fuyuhiko still alive? You'll have to find out next time. Because that's the end of the episode. Yes, we're saving, because that's the end of the episode for now. Alright, if you guys want to see Chapter 3 being played out as soon as possible, please give this video a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye guys!